is Palamon Zandino, and this is the Imperial OPA Circus. We're performers that you can reach out and touch. We're not Cirque du Soleil, and we're not too far out of the reach. We're the every person. The every person is us, and we're the show. I was on tour with Cirque du Soleil. I was on tour with them for about a year. And one day while on tour, I was talking with my coworkers, and we said, "Hey, we could probably make one of these things happen, you know?" And we did. When I parted ways with Kuza, Cirque du Soleil, in December of 2 years ago, I started gathering and networking with people, and we started a first version of it that was called Circus Ideate. That didn't quite work too well because people got really hung up on the idea of money and they wanted compensation for everything, so that kind of fell apart. But then I met a few great people. I met Julia, I met Myron, and a few other people, and they really helped bring the whole show together.
I've been with the circus for about a year since its inception. I moved here about a year ago, and that's when I met Tim. And he had this crazy idea of starting a circus, and I decided to go along with it.
I'm kind of surprised at how the Imperial OPA has started out as this kind of ragtag bunch of performers just getting together every once in a while, and how much it's grown in the last couple of months. About the last 5-6 months, it's just grown with leaps and bounds, and all kinds of new people have come into the OPA to help out and lend their talents and their skills. So that's actually been kind of the coolest thing about it.
I build a lot of puppets for the troupe, kind of their prop master, make all the props, make sure everything we need physical gets to where we're going for every show. And we're operating on a pretty shoestring budget for now, and we like to put money towards buying more equipment and tools for more of the other performances. So art-wise, costume-wise, prop-wise, we're doing a lot of really kind of hokey, maybe something like methods you'd learn in 2nd or 3rd grade, but bringing them up to a level that I think gives us a raw aesthetic and a very artistic aesthetic. Nothing's really clean. None of the masks. It's all a little rough around the edges.
Well, we come up with a story and a plot, and we talk to people about what bands we know that we've worked with. Like we had Falcon Lords. We played with them once before at a Dodecapus launch party, which is another art collective in town. And they work great, so we said, let's bring them on again. And we just talk to people and we see who's available and who might fit that niche we're kind of going for. You know, we're looking for a certain sound, a certain energy that people possess. We don't want to just have a rock band come out, but they have to have something unique and special that kind of fits with the OPA.
The Goat Farm was a special show for the Imperial OPA because we've been performing for a while and doing shows around town, parades and festivals and stuff, but this was an opportunity for the OPA to really make an awesome evening of entertainment. That was our goal, to provide like a full evening of all kinds of things. So our initial idea was to invite local bands to come and play for us. Our wonderful friend Raymond Carr, who is in he has his own Ninja Puppet Productions company. He came out and did 2 puppet shows for us that night. The Imperial OPA has been around for maybe about a little over a year, and I joined up with them a couple of months ago after seeing them at a performance around town. My previous experience is a lot of theater. I've been a musician for a long time, so going on tour and putting on a show has been something that I've been pretty familiar with for a long time. So when I found the Imperial OPA and saw what they were doing, I knew I wanted to help them out with their productions.
It's not just a show, it's more of an experience, and hopefully something that when you leave, you feel changed inside, and you feel a little more happier that we all could do this stuff. Like you can do it, and I could do it, and everyone else could do it, and we're just performing for you because you are us. The Imperial OPA has a wide spectrum of age groups. We try to stay away from anyone under 18 just for legality reasons, but otherwise we have our oldest member, Steve Seabird. He recently turned 80, and this guy was amazing. He was there with our first show, where we walked down the runway. We had him as a plant in the show the whole time, and when the show started off, it went great, and towards the end, there was a phenomenal act with aerialists and puppet and mannequins and all this other stuff, and he walked down the runway on a walker, and he did a handstand at the end, and the crowd went wild. It was a fantastic show.
All of this circus stuff in Atlanta started back in the 90s, and even earlier, with some of us who were teaching for Carrie Heller in her Circus Arts Institute. And little by little, it's been growing over the years. So we've had a whole bunch of groups which come into existence and then, after a few years of performance, disappear. But many of the people that were in these groups continue on, and new people get trained by the old ones. And it's getting to be more and more of a strong movement here in Atlanta.
Well, every act in the OPA is kind of specialized, so everybody brings their own skill set to the table. There are fire people who really are fantastic spinning poi and blowing fire, breathing fire. There's jugglers that we have, and that's their specific skill set. So everybody brings their very unique, super skill to the table, and then we try to combine elements together and have everybody come together in other acts, body stacking acts and other acrobatic type things. So everybody sort of plays dual roles, if not multiple roles, actually.
The Imperial OPA is the first group I've seen that really begins to look like a circus, not just acrobats. And we have a long way to go, of course. And we're not playing circus. There are lots of people that are out there doing circus-like stuff, but when we really do acrobatics, we really are doing it. And when they're juggling fire, eating fire, they're really doing it. We have puppeteers. It's like a complete, we have all the different arts combined into one.